And on your marks, get set, off you go, ArduDuck.
Hello everyone, my name's Marley and this is Ferdia and we are from FRM Development and our project is ArduDuck, so I'm going to put Ferdia on to explain more.
So, recent technology has meant that computers are more accessible than ever. We have cursors that can now be moved by mouthpieces for people with paralysis, and there are now high contrast modes which allow people who have difficulty reading screens, makes it a lot easier for them. This means that people with additional needs can personalize their computers and use their computers seamlessly. The problem begins, however, when they need to use a public computer, such as those found in a library or in a school, as many modern operating systems have functionality, but none of it is enabled by default, and it can be very difficult to enable it when you can't use the computer. This is our solution. We have created the ArduDuck. So the way it works is that the user can download our application. They simply run it, and they can select whichever functions they would like to be enabled, and then as soon as the ArduDuck is plugged into a computer, it will activate whichever functions they need.
The hardware we're using is the ATmega 328 chip, the same as found on Arduinos. We have 4 or 3 buttons depending on how Ferdia felt on the day, and an LED for displaying basic information.
The software we wrote it in Java. As you can see here, it's very easy to select whichever functions need to be enabled. Since it's written in Java and it doesn't have any inherent GUI, it means that on computers where there perhaps people require larger fonts or have different user interfaces, it will be able to adapt and customize itself to that. We manufacture these in the most expensive way possible. Sorry, you can't see it, there's no point holding it up. We'll show it later. We manufacture these most expensive way possible, which is to buy low quantities of parts online and then solder them in my basement. However, if we were to manufacture them correctly, it would cost around £4.23, and we think a price point of £9.99 would be very reasonable.
The open source data we've used is the Arduino bootloader, the VUSB library, and the NetBeans IDE.
In the future, we hope to start manufacturing the much smaller PCB design that we have available on our website. We also hope to improve driver support and cross-platform support. Right now, it supports 83% of systems, which is those running modern Windows operating systems, and it is relatively plug-and-play. However, there are occasional problems. We also hope to expand on some other uses, such as maintaining settings on systems such as in an office where you lose all of your settings once you log off. A device like this could save an awful lot of time as it reapplies settings once you log in. The buttons could also be used for shortcuts for commonly used applications and strings of text, and there's also applications in penetration testing for systems. Thank you very much. Are there any questions from the judges?
Well done, excellent. Excellent timing. I'm very impressed by, in fact, everybody's 5-minute timings are actually terrific. So, judges...
Could we have, sorry, really quickly, could we have the camera showing these?
Okay.
If it's possible, sorry.
It is possible. You've got a minute.
There we go.
There we are.
Sorry, so I just wanted to demonstrate. We've got revision 1 here and then revision 2 here, which we've manufactured so far. Sorry, any questions from the judges?
Cool. So how do you think you're going to make it cross-platform? So I understand that you insert this device, press a button, it sets some settings on the machine, like the sort of high contrast sort of thing.
Yes.
But would it be fairly simple to make this cross-platform, Macintosh, Linux?
Yes, because there are... We unfortunately didn't have time to implement it in our prototypes. However, it's very simple it would be very simple to allow functionality for these to detect which type of operating system they've been plugged into, and then change these work by emulating a keyboard and then executing a series of key presses in order to enable these functions. And it could simply change the key presses based on the operating system. Sorry.
Yeah, very cool workaround there, yeah. So I guess you could actually manufacture these on bulk. How much would you reckon, if you actually had quite a few units, how much do you reckon you could make this for?
I'm very sorry, could you repeat the question?
Is £4.23 the cheapest price you can make this at 1 unit? Price?
Yes. I did that estimate based on if we were to manufacture 50, but any more than that, and it would significantly decrease again.
Nice.
I'm just interested where you got the idea from. So, what inspired you to make this?
Well, I've noticed a lot in a lot of computers that I've used, they always have the accessibility menu, but I always thought it was kind of silly that it's not on by default. So how could somebody who can't use a computer use it in order to turn these things on? But this device allows them to simply plug it in without ever having to interact with the computer.